Hi everyone on the Money channel. Have you also noticed that the hype wave around artificial intelligence turned out to be so massive that it completely washed away all our recent favorites? No one is setting fire to 5G towers anymore and keeping track of Branson's space flights. The words big data and neural network are only used to explain how ChatGPT was trained. No one will be able to recall the Bitcoin rate if they are woken up in the middle of the night. Or rather, they simply won't be able to. And the online education industry has suddenly become lifeless, not just by the efforts of the Chinese Communist Party. In the same way, everyone has also forgotten the abbreviation IoT, or the Internet of Things, and today we want to delve into this market. Spoiler, it is one of the fastest growing markets on the planet, with volumes comparable to the GDP of a not so small European country. In a moment, I will provide all the key figures and forecasts. But for now, let's try to understand what is typically included in this market. In the broadest sense, the Internet of Things refers to a collection of devices that can gather and transmit data wirelessly without human involvement. And this absence of human intervention in the definition tells us that the world has unjustifiably overlooked the Internet of Things, because artificial intelligence is precisely the missing piece of the puzzle that these smart gadgets desperately needed to provide real value to society. So, artificial intelligence helps collect and analyze large volumes of data to make faster and more efficient decisions. AI can optimize processes in real time, improve system security, make necessary adjustments autonomously, and much more. Therefore, in the near future, our reality will look something like this. Your smart fitness bracelet will accurately detect signs of acute wine deficiency in your body, and your car, based on your route, will know that you will be entering your apartment in exactly 20 minutes. The smart wine bar will use this information to start filling a decanter with wine produced, of course, in smart vineyards where sensors track air temperature every second, and controllers manage humidity and lighting to ensure the perfect amount of tannins. At the same time, smart drones will swarm the sky, chasing away birds, while on a smart conveyor belt, robots equipped with cameras will finally filter out all the unripe grapes, ensuring that the quality never deviates from the standard. Naturally, it will be delivered to you through optimized logistics, where each transoceanic container is embedded with a chip, and an unmanned delivery vehicle brings it to your door from the store. And thanks to sensors in our workplaces, all of us have become super efficient. Or unemployed, what is more logical? It depends on how things turn out. In general, the concept of the Internet of Things, IoT, consists not only of these sensors and abstract artificial intelligence. The complete hierarchy looks like this: sensors that gather and transmit information, and some more complex devices, all belong to the hardware level of IoT. The next level is the software infrastructure that ensures the functioning of smart devices and the transmission of data to the cloud and among each other. The following level includes the computational power that processes incoming data and, if needed, returns a set of commands. These computations can either be located in the cloud or at the edge. Cloud computing is much easier and convenient since the cloud is practically unlimited in computational power, and a vast number of devices can be connected to it. However, the signal transmission time from the device to the cloud and back can be significant, and in the case of things like autonomous driving, the autopilot cannot afford that delay. By the way, one of the ways to accelerate signal transmission is through the development of 5G networks, which is why there was so much talk about them recently. In the case of edge computing, computational power is placed as close as possible to the data source, and the main challenges are limited power and energy efficiency. According to Gartner's forecast, by 2025, 75% of corporate data will be generated and processed at the edge. Currently, it is only around 10%. The fourth element of the IoT industry is considered to be the realm of cybersecurity and IoT networks. Now that we have clarified the terms, it's time to find out what the Internet of Things market represents as a whole. However, here we immediately encounter difficulties. All analytical companies assess the market differently. Take a look. IoT Analytics estimates the market at $200 billion by the end of 2022, specifying that this is only for corporate IoT without considering personal computers, tablets, wired and button phones, etc. Precedence Research estimates it at $393 billion. Market Data Forecast at $532 billion. Fortune Business Insights at $544 billion. Statista Market Insights evaluates the IoT market at $970 billion. Allied Market Research also estimates it at approximately $1 trillion. McKinsey, on the other hand, decided not to hold back and estimated the market at $1.6 trillion, and that's by the end of 2020. And in reality, I can easily understand the reasons for these discrepancies. For example, A car with autopilot is obviously a product of the Internet of Things, but is it fair to include the entire cost of the car in the assessment of the IoT market? On one hand, why not, but on the other hand, it might be more accurate to consider the cost of only the sensors, radars, and lidars that enable autonomous driving, while attributing the cost of the engine and other components to the automotive industry. However, it is even less clear what to do with the software. And I believe that each analytical agency interprets such specific aspects differently. Fortunately, all these agencies almost agree on the most important thing for us. By 2030, the market will grow at least fourfold, and the annual market growth is expected to range from 20% to 26%, according to different estimates. And this is simply enormous growth for a market of such size. For instance, the renewable energy market grows by approximately 15% per year, and electric vehicles by 20%, and these are still considered very fast-paced. In this sense, if you invest in a company that will simply grow alongside the market, even without standing out in any particular way, theoretically its capitalization will double every 3 years. And perhaps that is the only thing that can save us when robots replace all of us.
Though he did take care of my Bubba Gump money, he got me invested in some kind of fruit company. And so then I got a call from him saying we don't have to worry about money no more. And I said, that's good.
That was the main reason for me to delve into this market. So, if you want more videos on this topic, give the video a like. But let's get back to the McKinsey report. I will leave a link in the description if someone wants to explore it in more detail. They forecast that the main application point for IoT solutions will be the factories, including agriculture, with a 26% market share, followed by smart cities 15%, human health 13%, outside, combining construction and extraction 12%, retail environments 10% of the industry, smart homes and smart transportation 7% each, vehicles 6%, and offices 4%. Additionally, they highlight the sectors that will undergo the most transformation due to IoT technology adoption. First and foremost is the operations optimization, 41%, human productivity and health 15%, condition-based maintenance 12%, and other technical processes at 15%. Moreover, McKinsey considers autonomous vehicles, 37% annual market growth, employee productivity, 27% annually, and condition-based maintenance, 26% annually, as the fastest growing sectors. I would also like to highlight the market for IoT sensors separately. Their peak consumption occurs when new predominantly industrial facilities are being constructed, and everything indicates that the end of the high interest rate period will likely launch a new investment cycle, which could significantly increase the usage of industrial sensors. Based on the results of 2022, the IoT sensor market is estimated at approximately $20 billion, and the annual market growth is expected to range from 20% to 28% according to various estimates. However, I anticipate that this growth will be highly uneven, with slower growth in the next 1 to 2 years and much higher growth thereafter. In terms of geography, developed countries account for 61% of the IoT market, while developing countries make up only 38%. Currently, China's share accounts for just 22%, but it is expected to increase to an estimated 26% by 2030 due to a decrease in the share of developed markets. From the perspective of end customers, B2B solutions occupy approximately 70% of the market, while B2C represents only 30%. In terms of device connectivity, Wi-Fi takes the lead with a 31% share, dominating in segments such as smart homes, cities, and healthcare. Bluetooth follows with a 27% share, which became the preferred option for battery-powered IoT devices such as smart home sensors and motion sensors after the emergence of BLE, Bluetooth Low Energy, thanks to its low energy consumption. Cellular connections, such as 3G, 4G, and 5G, rank third with a 20% share. The significant interest from investors in the IoT industry is also evident in the amount of money being invested. For example, Envision Digital, a company operating in the climate technology field, received the largest closed funding round for an IoT company in 2022, amounting to $210 million. The largest full-scale IPO in the industry was the relisting of Mobileye with a valuation of $17 billion, and its market capitalization has doubled since then. By the way, I made a separate video on this topic earlier this year. Be sure to check it out if you're interested in the topic. Another interesting factor, considering the regular news about layoffs in IT companies, which have already resulted in the reduction of approximately 350,000 jobs over the past 1.5 years, is that none of the major industrial automation giants such as Siemens, Schneider Electric, Emerson, Rockwell, etc., have announced any layoffs yet. So, This industry is still doing well. Well, that was an overview of the market. Let me know if there are any questions I missed addressing, and I'll try to supplement my analysis. In the future, I plan to continue making videos on IoT, both serious analyses to identify market leaders and humorous content about the so-called Internet of Shit. So, subscribe if you're interested. Bye, everyone.